This is Creepy Ilonggo, and tonight's episode, we are going to reveal the 6 true Aswang encounters in the Philippines. But before we hand you the following reports, be sure to click the subscribe button for more creepy content. A great number of residents of Molyeloni Street in Iloilo City believe that Aswangs are real. At around 11 in the evening of Monday, residents gathered in the streets following a hunt for the Aswang that leaped from the roof of several houses before it vanished in a balete tree. Reports said that the family of a certain Bingbing Clavins heard several footsteps at their galvanized iron sheet roof. Thinking that it was an Aswang, Clavin's son RJ immediately ran after the creature. There were 4 of them tailing behind the alleged creature. One of them caught the Aswang and tries to stab it with a knife, but the creature was too strong that it pushed the person using one hand. He described the alleged beast was a bulky naked man with blazing red eyes and has a greasy body which seemed to have been smeared with an oil derived from coconut. Despite the creature's burliness, the man claimed that the Aswang, which resembled more of a shadow, seemed to be floating while leaping from one roof to the other. The Aswang directly hid inside the balete tree and was found nowhere. Residents claim that they have been bothered by the Aswang attack for 2 consecutive days. Mystery shrouds the death of a 13-year-old girl in a village here amid speculations in Atike that a flesh-eating ghoul may have snuffed her life away. Estelita Adrada, in her 40s, of Barangay Asluman, had the shock of her life when she discovered her 8th child, April Rose, already lifeless inside her nipa hut yesterday. April Rose's elder brother, named Bruno, said that April Rose was already feeling ill days before. Instead of eating a full dinner, April Rose only took bread and milk because of the fever and headache she contracted. Estelita said she was hugging her daughter while they were sleeping. All went well inside the Adrada residence until 4 a.m. yesterday when Estelita felt April Rose already cold and not moving. The caretaker of a nearby beach resort home said that their 3 dogs barked at the Adrada house that evening for an hour. The health officer who conducted an initial autopsy on April Rose's remains said the victim died that same night that the dogs were barking. A police senior superintendent said that the witch, who is in her 60s, and her husband, who is in his 70s, died on the spot after being stabbed with a fan knife at their chest by the suspect. The suspect allegedly sneaked inside the victim's nipa house and repeatedly stabbed the couple who were sleeping. The weapon was found on the scene. It was suspected that the said witch used her powers to bring illness to the suspect's mother, according to the police chief investigator. The family of a 2-day-old baby boy in Iloilo province have expressed wariness on the sudden death of their 10th child they believe was killed by an Aswang. The father, who did not wish to be identified, said that the boy was born Monday and died for unknown reasons a day after. He said they were alarmed since they have been hearing indescribable sounds the night the baby died. The family's 4-year-old child also said that she has seen the aswang on top of her sibling. When the family checked the dead body of the child the next day, they found several marks on the baby boy, blood clots on his legs, and ears were also found. This strengthened their beliefs that a certain old lady dubbed to be Aswang was the culprit. Because of this, neighbors reportedly were making sure to keep an eye on their children, especially when evening comes. A barangay tanod even prepared a stingray tail believed to protect them and to catch the aswang when it returns. A couple in Villa Esperanza, Bacolod City, claimed they were attacked by aswangs, and an allegation which puzzled their neighbors. Apong Tambares said that a witch attacked her and her husband, Joselito, several times. Apong narrated that at around 12 noon of July 29, she was fishing alone in a pond near their house. A short-haired old lady wearing a black outfit approached her. She, however, said she cannot exactly determine the age of the old woman. Apong recalled the old woman offered her a white stone, similar to the size of a marble. She was so scared that she refused to accept the stone and immediately ran away. But when she looked back, the old woman vanished. That night, Apong told her husband about the old woman she met at the pond. Her husband then suspected that the old woman was a witch. He believed that she was looking for a person to hand over the heirloom. Since then, Apong said that the witch would visit them every midnight. She complains that they cannot sleep because of the aswang scratching the walls of their house. She added that when her husband turned on the lights, they saw the witch's hand on the window. Her husband hurriedly went outside their house to put the witch to custody, but they were surprised to see that it transformed to a huge black dog and manages to escape. A 16-year-old boy in South Cotabato claimed that his 14-year-old brother was attacked by an aswang, which he claimed was disguised as another big black dog with red, glowing eyes. The boy's descriptions aptly fit the physical appearance of the supernatural being who has the ability to transform itself into different forms while devouring a prey. He claimed that he and his younger brother were sleeping in a small makeshift hut near the rice fields on the evening of September 22nd, guarding their farm ducks when the incident happened. The boy's parents were sleeping in their house just a few meters away from the rice field. The 16-year-old adds that the big black dog was about 3 feet high and was about to land a bite at the neck of his younger brother. He grabbed their single-shot rifle and shoot the aswang. He said that it fled and was lost in the dark. His younger brother, however, was hit in his right leg when his big brother fired the shot at the aswang. He was immediately brought to the South Cotabato Provincial Hospital for medical treatment. And that ends of our episode for tonight. If you have some aswang experience that you would like to share with us, send it on our email address and let us hear your story and get featured on our channel. This is Creepy Ilonggo, and I'll be seeing you in our next episode.